Hello, happy weekend. Um, Jim, happy afternoon. I don't know where Chris is. He said he'd be here. He was up all night. I'm still hanging out in sunny Louisiana. It's my Friday, second day here. It's 48 hours, whatever. I'm still really enjoying it. Um, Feels very healthy being here, very normal. Reconnecting with family, friends. It's making me realize just how I knew I wasn't happy where I was. It's making me like realize there's a reason for it because I do not belong up there. I am not West Coast type of person. And it's like when you take an animal out of its native environment and try to put it in an artificial one. I'm never going to make anything happen up there. Um, so this next year, my goal is to get somewhere else, whether it's another state or come back here for a while. I want to be somewhere smaller. I don't want to be in a city where it's easy to get set up, put down some roots, get established, and make something happen. I'm just flapping my wings in the air up there. I've been doing that for like 15 years, and it's not where I belong. There's nothing up there that inspires me or encourages me that I'm going to be able to do what I'm trying to do. So talk to me at the end of the week. That might have all changed, but right now I'm still in the honeymoon phase. So things are going pretty good. Um, I hope I can get on the plane when it's time to leave. They're feeding me really well up here. Uh, I need to pace it. So that's what's the update with me. I think I have a few tweets I could go over. One of them is too disgusting. I don't even want it on my show. It's something very anti-Semitic. Hang on, let me look though. I just found one that was interesting. There's a lot of okay, yeah, this one. Did I not say this reminded me of BLM and Evergreen? I've said that on here a few times. Well, take a look at this video. These are students at the University of Michigan trying to break into the administrative building of the school's president. Careful. Be careful, guys.
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
More like no $20 bill, though.
Hey!
That's from Living Color.
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
Can I get the door for you, ma'am? She has her mask. She has her mask. Okay, now let's watch some evergreen footage from, I think it was 2017. Let me find a good clip. Benjamin Boyce has an excellent documentary series. He was on site as it happened. And he did a 24 episode YouTube series on it. I'm trying to find. Oh, it's making me watch ads. Hang on. Till the ad is over. Oh, Joel Kinnaman. I like him. It's a movie called Silent Night. Now they're trying to sell me some quilted northern toilet paper. She's caressing the toilet paper, lighting her candles, putting her flowers, moving her cotton balls, stacking her toilet paper. Keep it quilted. And then the sun comes in. Oh, I can skip. Okay. Let me just try to find some. All right, I'll do this.
She's in charge of some grievance counseling on campus, and she's in charge of talking in part. I've had
I'm trying to find where they take over the. Yeah.
not talked to issues.
Part of that color, we are here to ensure that
I'm trying to find where they take over the faculty building. Anyway, there's footage out there of the Evergreen students breaking into the faculty building and taking the faculty and the president hostage. So what we just saw was pro-Palestine doing the same thing. It's the agitated left. They get all worked up about stuff and they march out into the world like Don Quixote, trying to right the imagined wrongs. And they just look like fools and thugs trying to do it. Let me see if there's anything else on Twitter I got for y'all. Oh, and please, come on, guests. If anyone wants to join the show today. I'm just hanging out. A couple of hours, we're going to see more family. And so I'm going to just stream for a few hours until then. So I'm just killing time. No, not much. I really haven't been on social media. This is also the first time in years, if you don't count like the men's weekends, that I'm hanging out with real people in real life and not on the internet. Hey,
What's up, man?
what's going on? Can you hear me?
What's up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Okay. Did you get some sleep?
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah.
Ugh. Ribs are killing me.
Still? From that fall?
Yeah. There's no bruising there, so it couldn't be that bad. Like if there's no like if it didn't leave a physical like mark. I mean, I think.
Yeah,
it's
but
just
you don't
sore.
know what's happening internally. You don't think you should have it checked out?
Maybe, but it's mostly just sore. Like when I get up like that. Like, it's not like I don't know. It probably so. I just really hate going to the hospital and waiting all day for them to give me like Tylenol or something, like that. Like
Yeah, but if it is something, they're going to do more than just Tylenol. And they'll be able to at least take a look.
I would just think I think if I'd cracked a rib or something like that, that it would be more. I'd probably be in more pain than this. But
Plus, it would document your symptoms of vertigo.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. I think about that.
Because the more of a case you can make for them to take it seriously.
That is true.
Hey, Lindsay. Good morning.
Hi. Just eating snacks.
Oh, that's what I've been doing.
How's your day been so far out there?
It's very active. Like I haven't had time to sit in my bedroom one time and do anything. It feels really healthy. We went shopping a little bit and had lunch at this Mexican restaurant that I grew up with that we really like. We're going to visit more family later tonight, and then I'm getting together with an old friend after that. more things to do tomorrow. And I mean, before you know it, the holiday will be here, and then my week will be over, and I'll be back in Washington. I don't think I'm going to stay here. I mean, in Washington. I was afraid this might happen. I wasn't sure what to expect, but one of the possibilities was that it would highlight just how much I don't belong up in the Pacific Northwest, and I think that's what it's doing.
Well, you've been unhappy up there for a long time, man.
Yeah, part of it is because they're not social. Like I'm an extrovert, and anytime you try to socialize or talk to people, like every time we're out and about, they talk to the salespeople, they meet people at the grocery store they know, and they stand around and have conversations. That would freak people out in Washington State if anybody tried to be that social. I told you when I moved up here, the ex told me like explicitly not to talk to people. He's like, when you're in line at the grocery store, don't talk to people. That's not normal to me. I need to be somewhere where it's normal to talk to people.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I mean, it's not. I mean, if you move back to Louisiana or just somewhere in the South or whatever, man, like, it's probably healthier for you overall, just because like, even if you even like the Las Vegas thing, like you talked about, like whatever it is.
Las Vegas was it was perfect town for extroverts. Everybody's very social in Vegas. Always looking to meet new people. I'm a Southern. I'm realizing I always knew I was a Southern, but I'm realizing how much of a Southern I am. I need to be in Southern culture. Hey, Nathan, what are you making? Yeah, please snoop. That's what we're here for. We want as many people snooping as possible. What are you making? Let us know.
Where's the baby? Or taking a
No.
nap?
No, he said, "What are you making?" He talked about the chapter.
I thought he said, "Where's the baby?"
He's cooking. But yes, also, where's the baby? She's always missed.
She'll probably wake up once she hears me talking. She's been down for about half an hour or so.
Chile, Colorado. Deer meat. I had it at a Mexican restaurant one time, and it tasted like deer meat, and it was gross. Oh, that sounds good. Damn. I envy people that can cook.
I love deer meat.
Yeah, Chile, Colorado. I've never heard of that before.
It's like the cubed beef chili. Takes a few hours.
Okay, baby.
The neighbor next door to us growing up used to make homemade deer jerky. He was always smoking it in the backyard. I didn't care for it much, but there was plenty
what kind of jerky
around.
was it?
Deer jerky.
Oh, deer jerky.
Bambi, yeah.
Venison, right.
Using this recipe. I had a roommate in New Orleans that he worked 9 to 5, like some white collar job, and he'd come on home, and as he was coming in the house and taking off his jacket and undoing his tie, he'd start getting the pots and pans out, and he'd throw ingredients in, and like in 10 minutes, he had the most amazing gourmet meals put together while he's doing 10 other things at the same time. Hey, Juniper.
She must have heard Jeff.
Did I wake you up?
Yeah.
Oh, this is. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, Juniper. Welcome to the world, to waking consciousness.
He's like, "Hi, yeah." So happy to see. She's so happy to see my friend. Yeah.
You're one of the most consistent people she sees. Like, really.
Oh my God, we're developing it's affecting her attachment style. We're developing who knows what kind of.
Well, I hope so. I hope not too much is there, like, because we're around her all the time, so I don't think it's like gonna like create too much like a. Too many things.
I'd like to think it's a healthy attachment.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't think I don't see how anything. Oh, please. How many people have actual creeps in their family that you're actually a good person. Who cares? I don't give a shit about that.
I wonder how many other people are raising their babies on YouTube and social media.
I don't know. I mean, most of them are like family channels. They're like those family channel type things. Those people are kind of creepy usually.
She's
And
gonna
then
grow up
there's like
digitized.
there certainly were some people in Machine Lines chat that yeah, like I said, yesterday, like that certainly were. There's that one guy that was like, making all these comments like that, but I don't give a shit about that. Like, she's not, she hasn't been exploited or anything like that. I'm not like, and it's not like, yeah, not like it's not like there's anything about it that she would want to she'd want to be here anyways because she wants to do what Daddy does. She wants to anything Daddy does. She just want to be part of it.
She's. It's so interesting seeing the next generation grow up live in front of our eyes. I, that's more than I've seen any real baby do.
I had some. Did you send me those pictures on Google Photos? Something.
Which ones?
The ones of
You went. Is it the ones you went through? We were looking for you with hair.
No, I was gonna show you a picture of Clover in her play, just like one of her big cast photos.
If
Oh,
he has
yeah.
him on Facebook, I can send them to him.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook.
Just send me your whatever Facebook.
I'll put it in the private chat.
Yeah, put the project.
I don't care. Most people know my name anyway.
Yeah, just that.
I can't see that one.
I don't want to say. Well, anyway.
Yeah, I'll get it after this.
Okay. Anyway, we're
You look better.
yeah,
You look
you
happy.
yeah, you look a lot. You look
Really?
even like there's even yeah. You seriously, there's more. I mean, maybe it's just it might just be the lighting or something. But like
Well, the windows are open and the sunlight's washing everything out. It's hard to get good lighting here. I tried to stream outside, but it was too bright.
you look more. Your skin looks like it's more color to it.
Yeah.
That's probably the sunlight. It's the lighting. I feel more grounded and more relaxed and at ease. Like I'm not such a fish out of water here. I think all of that helps people mental health.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely does. I mean, if it just like that, if that area up there is just that, it's like I mean, ever since I met you, like it's like the number one thing I think you've mentioned is just that is I think I don't know. Really, time's gone by. You haven't mentioned how much like you're like
Yeah.
how unhappy you are kind of being up there. So
I really am. I mean, I'm a shut-in. I stay in my bedroom. Talking about they're a bunch of moody, misanthropic introverts. The whole culture is centered around that. They're miserable.
I'm glad I never because at one point I always thought I when I was younger I should think that it sounded great to go up to move to like Seattle or Portland or something like that. I used
That
to
was
think,
the dream.
And it is some of the most beautiful scenic areas of the country. It is beautiful to look at. Like you feel so blessed and lucky to be in that environment. The people ruin all of it.
yeah. That's what people do. So yeah, people ruin everything. Was that line from Clerks from ages ago? How he talks about how he loved something and weren't for all the people. He loved his job and weren't for all the people. He's like, and later on he said like he talks about how he wishes he could go to something. And he's like, "What? You always talk about how much you hate people." And he's like, "Yeah, I do. I hate people, but I love gatherings." It's ironic.
Yeah, I'm a people person. I've always like I take jobs based on the people I'm working with more than the job itself. If it's not around the right people, I'm not going to last for long.
Yep.
Chris and I are shut-ins too.
All right. I mean, not really so much because like I don't really. I mean, Dallas isn't like that bad or anything. We're shut-ins because we don't have any money mostly. Because like most of the things around Dallas just require you to have like whenever we had income and stuff like that, we used to go out all the time. Actually, we went out to we went downtown to Deep Ellum all the time, and like I mean, it wasn't always like we didn't always like. There was times when it was kind of hard to meet. I can't say we'd met a lot of friends or anything here, to be honest, but we did have like I mean I don't know our daughter Clover she made a couple of friends at like the concerts we took her to. So I mean it wasn't impossible. I think in general it's hard for a couple to make friends in general. You know.
Yeah, I had a friend that was working on an app for couples to meet other couples.
Well, that was me.
Oh, was that you?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it going to be called?
Picnic.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you're the
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, I mean, we couldn't seem to anybody we pitched it to couldn't seem to get it out of their head. That's like, yeah, they just pretty much everyone's like, well, you mean for sex or something, right? Like, no, not for sex. And they'd be like, but it's going to be used for sex, though, right? You know, so it's like it's kind of pointless. And they're right. It would just get turned. It would get turned into like it would eventually just morph into some sort of like swingers app anyway. So like, what's the point?
Those kind of couples. By the way, I talked to my sister. She's a fundraising coordinator, and she suggested maybe looking into like small grants out there that could maybe fund us and get us started on something.
That's something like that's the world of grants is something like that I don't know anything about. It's like
I don't either. I do have a couple of friends who have written grants, so I could maybe you know what, AI could probably write a grant for us now.
It's probably true, right?
We just have to find them. Or some
I
kind of
mean,
like small just small project funding source.
there's an entire profession that AI is going to kill pretty fast. Then,
Oh yeah, for sure.
you know, grant writer is an actual thing that
Yeah, I know.
it costs a lot. People charge a lot of money for that crap too. I looked into it once. There was a grant a long time ago. I can't remember what it was even for now. That I really wanted to apply for, but like when I looked into like the whole process of applying for it, it was so complicated. And I was like, and that's when I found out that even grant writers even existed. And then I looked that up, and I remember I called when I talked to him and like we'll find out like, well, how much do you charge? And like, it was so many $100 an hour. It was just like it was ridiculous.
And that's whether you get the grant or not.
Yeah, that's whether you get the grant or not. Just to write the proposal.
Remember that pudgy girl from Wham?
Mm-hmm.
That's what she did for the state as a writer.
No, well, you should come in touch with them.
I could get a hold of her.
Lindsay did actually have friends here. I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
The main reason I didn't, I acted like we didn't have any social things, but when we were working and stuff like that, I guess we had a lot of work friends that just kind of fell away whenever you know our jobs when we changed jobs and stuff like that.
Amazon's like a lifestyle.
Yeah, because Amazon like it does it like if you're not like kind of working with the person. If you're not working like on the same shift with someone at Amazon, like you'll never see them because the shifts are so long. They're all like 12-hour shifts, and it's like
and you sleep when you're not.
Yeah, you sleep when you're, and like because it's exhausting, and so like you really like with our Amazon work friends, it was just impossible. I still have a lot of my Facebook, and I still hear from a couple of them every now and then, but I never. You know, since there's never like time to go out or anything like that. We used to go
out for breakfast.
I made it sound like we're shut-ins, and like I think we're like, wait a second, we did have friends, we did have all these things that happened, like everything. COVID just like
I used to have all that too.
Everything that happened after that just screwed everything up so much. Like we did have a social life. I almost forgot about it. That's so crazy. Like I literally forgot that we had friends here and stuff like that. That's so weird. We used to go out to this. There's this really cool arcade here called Round One, and we used to go out there to and meet a lot of our friends from Amazon. We'd go out there and play video games and drink into the night because like it was open till like 2 a.m. and we had
they had untranslated.
Yeah, they like untranslated Japanese games and stuff there, and like we have one of the guys that we worked with. Turns out that we didn't know this when we went up there one night. We found him up there, and this guy, real tall, lanky guy that he was like he was a really nice guy. We all liked him a lot. We had no idea like that he was a professional DDR competitive, you know, Dance Revolution.
Oh,
a competitive DDR player.
I was like, is that?
And if you've never seen anyone, if you've ever seen anyone play competitive Dance
Yeah, they used to play it in Vegas at Caesar's Palace. They had it.
but
Oh,
like
not competitive, but like normal people, but they were good.
seeing someone play it on a competitive level
Yeah, I don't really
is
watch.
weird, man. Like they don't even use like they have. I didn't even know that's why
I
they
wonder if
have
there's videos.
they have those bars on the back of it, and I think I always thought them were just guardrails. Apparently, the main thing those are for is for the players to hold on to, because they just kind of like latch themselves on those things, and he had really long legs, so he would just do this, and just like his feet would just be moving like this the whole time, and just like it was kind of like watching somebody play like a really fast like
Whack-a-mole.
video game with their feet, or whack-a-mole with their feet, kind of really fast. It was insane. Like I've never seen anybody's feet move that fast before. It was and like the screen is just going, so if they played at the highest speeds that I've ever even seen. It doesn't even match the beat of the music or anything. It's crazy.
Damn it! It keeps showing me ads. Hang on, I'm trying
It's
to
gonna
find
show
some
you ads.
videos.
Yeah, that's right. You're
I found the semifinals.
Sit down. Sit down.
Yeah, I'll show you what I found. I'm not
Yeah,
happy with the. It's not showing the full experience, but it shows their feet.
he was more hardcore than that.
They look like clog dancing. All you do is follow the blinking lights.
Yeah, see, this isn't going. This isn't nearly as fast as he was going. I don't know what
Well,
this
this is the
like,
semifinals, so maybe.
yeah, it's more like that's closer to the speed that he was going at. Like that speed right there is that like where it goes
It's
so
like
fast.
working a Nintendo controller with your feet.
Yeah, and just it just like it and like seeing it in real life.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God,
like
I'm getting like shocks.
yeah, you see how he's holding on. See how they're holding on the bars like that. Like Grant himself, he was like I guess he was one of the top people in the U.S. because he was so tall. His legs were so long. He had such long legs that he could like. I mean,
Oh, look
he
at
had
this
a
one.
kind of unfair physical advantage because he could lean back in those bars and just like crane his feet out there and just go like so. Yeah, their feet are going like spastically fast.
Oh,
Anyway,
this
we
is
have
the waltz.
like that was where they apparently that's where they do all the competitions that in the United States is at is there in is at those arcades called Round One. There's apparently a few of them around the country, but there's two of them here. There's one in Grapevine Mills and there's one in Arlington, and yeah, it's at the same in the same place the Meow Wolf is. It's a weird mall. It's a weird mall. It has a Legoland, a mini Legoland. It's not like a full not like a full ass like theme park. It's like a mini Legoland amusement park thing, and a mini SeaWorld.
Yep.
That has a real. They have a real
Like
aquarium
a
that has a
whale.
shark in it and everything.
One shark.
They have an actual shark, and that you can actually watch them feed the shark. And they have an octopus in there, and that was the only two big things, really, right?
Do they have a whale?
It was the biggest octopus in the country. They had tank.
Does he play
Okay.
DDR?
Yeah, they have the arcade that people are playing DDR, and they have Meow Wolf there, and then beyond that, it's like
Rainforest Cafe.
yeah, there's a rainforest.
Oh,
Cafe.
yeah. I remember that.
Sorry, she
I
got
had that
two.
in MGM Grand.
Yeah, the rainforest cafes are great if you like really bad animatronics and bad food.
I do like bad animatronics.
Bad animatronics I'm a fan of, but the bad food was like that. I was very disappointed. Like we Clover really wanted to go there, and her grandma took us all there to eat because like Clover was all excited. Even Clover was like she was very. You saw Clover was like depressed afterwards. She was like she got all excited about going, and then like it was like she thought there was gonna like be more animals to look at or something. And now they actually do have a lot more. Actually, they have a lot more fish, and they have an aquarium type thing in there now. So it's actually a little cooler than it used to be back then. But back then, like all it was like it was just like a Chili's that had some jungle atmosphere. That was about it.
One of the things I'm going to do while I'm here, they have a putt-putt here with the animal, like all the
Putt-putt?
yeah. The
Oh, man,
animal, with all the animal statues. I can't wait.
I haven't played putt-putt in a long time. Whenever I was like 13 or something, my family took a family vacation to Memphis. Or no, Branson,
Branson.
Missouri. Branson, Missouri.
It goes like, it's like bar, liquor store, hobby store, putt-putt golf. Bar, liquor store, hobby store, putt-putt golf.
There are literally like there were literally I'm not even and I don't know if it's like this now, but whenever we went there as a kid, there were 13 or 14 different putt-putt courses just on like the main strip in Branson.
Wow.
So like it was like putt-putt land, the amusement park, and it was like yeah, she's right. It was bars, liquor stores, and putt-putt.
And hobby stores.
I didn't really see the hobby stores. I don't remember that, but and then the only other thing there was that we did there the whole time we were there. The other thing they had a never-ending Ren fair called Camelot, and and that was really fun because it was just like a Ren fair. You would just go into and walk around like the little medieval town, and like there'd be people that come up to you in character and talk to you. And there was a guy that was actually doing blacksmithing swords, and
oh yeah,
they did jousting and stuff like that. I don't think it's there anymore, but it was cool.
And Dolly World is there.
But that's like the last time I really played
love to see
putt-putt
Dolly World.
because we literally played putt-putt every day of our week-long vacation there. Every day, all we did was like we would because there wasn't we didn't. I guess my parents got like a vacation package from something they got it really cheap, so it was something that we could afford to do, and they didn't really know what was to do what we're going to do there. We had the tickets to Camelot thing, and that was at the end of the trip. But we just figured like there'd be other things to do during the daytime, and it turned out the only thing to do there is putt-putt. So we went to like every day we did like 2 different putt-putt courses, and like and to be fair, these were epic putt-putt courses. They were huge. I mean, and they were like multi-level too.
They had the animatronic creatures.
Yeah,
yeah,
like animatronic stuff and all this stuff. They all had a different theme to them. There was like a space themed one. There was a jungle themed one. There was a all that kind of stuff. And like, but it was like Disney. It was like how kind of like Disney World is set up, but with putt-putt. It was just weird. There's like the different like in where was Epcot, where was like the different parts of the country. It's like there would be a different like putt-putt course for every kind of culture on Earth.
A restaurant.
It's a weird place. I don't know if it's still like that. I've been there since I was a kid, obviously, but. It's just like such a weird vacation spot that it's like because it couldn't have been planned like that. It's just like somehow accidentally like somebody opened a big.
They had that in we used to go to Panama City growing up, and they had those in Florida too. Like they had 3 or 4 putt-putt courses, and they had the dinosaurs and the animatronics and all that. So it might be like like touristy towns have them.
I saw it's like Rabin there.
Mm-hmm. What's that?
Hey, in Russia.
Oh, I know what's his name. Oh, Yakov Smirnoff.
Yakov Smirnoff.
Yeah. When she went there as a kid too on vacation, and they saw Yakov Smirnoff. I did not. Yes, yeah. I'm surprised there isn't. I was always kind of surprised there weren't like a whole bunch of putt-putt courses in Vegas or something like that, but there really aren't.
No, yeah, you're right. There really wasn't.
1 or 2.
And the one they were kind of playing, the ones they did have.
Yeah.
You'd think that Vegas would really want to go all out on their putt-putt courses.
Well, yeah, I mean, like it's just, I figured there'd be something left from like their push to be more of a family destination that failed obviously, and then they went back to the direction. I kind of moved there at the end of that, like whenever like I said, like the Wet and Wild was still there. It was still physically like there in the thing, but it was closed.
Like closed for good.
Yeah, it was closed down permanently, but it was. I mean, I thought it was because there was like when I moved there, they were in the middle of one of those water crisis type things where there was like drought and stuff. Because like
that doesn't stop the Bellagio and all those other water shows.
It did at the time. They would do the fountain thing one time a day. They wouldn't do the fountains all day. The fountains didn't run all the time.
But does the fountains take water, or does it just recycle the existing water?
I don't know, but like they had the fountains would be shut down. All the water type things would be shut down during the
one
daytime.
summer they had everything shut down.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Lindsay lived in a apartment complex called the Fountains that literally had fountains around the apartment complex, and none of them, they were all off.
Where was the fountains? I think I know that one.
It was on Eastern and
Flamingo, right?
Flamingo.
Yeah, I think I do.
Eastern and Flamingo. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I used to drive down. My school was on Eastern. I used to drive past there every day to go teach.
See, I went to UNLV, so.
Yeah, we lived by the Liberace Museum off of Tropicana.
Oh, I know what that is. My favorite Mexican restaurant is over there.
Which one? Was it Mikhail's?
Yes.
Yes, we see there all the time.
Yes. I still have like one of the ceramic like dudes that they would refill your margarita.
Oh yeah, like the little sombrero guy.
No, it broke.
It broke. Oh, okay. We used to have one. We used to take it and they would refill it for $2.
Yeah. Oh man, those was the days.
Vegas is a fun place if you can handle not becoming a gambling or
I was
alcoholic.
not a gambler. I never gambled. If I put 25 cents and 150 cents, I cashed out. Gamble did not appeal. It was like a big video game to me, and I'm not into video games.
Yeah.
I went to school or class, let's say, to become a craps dealer, and I lasted like a day.
Lindsay washed out of the poker dealing thing for the poker championship at the end.
Yes, I did. My hands are too small, and so they wanted me to pick up an entire rack of chips with one hand and like deliver the chips. And every time I did it, I was like this, and I squeeze them. They go.
That'd be me. You had to count them by feel. Like you had to be able to tell with your fingers how many chips.
How many there are.
And I couldn't do that. I don't have the coordination to do that.
You have to be able to give them to the player so they're straight when you put them down.
No.
So they're not like, so like every time I would go to like slide it off the table, it'd go like.
Yeah, some people are just not cut out to deal craps.
Well, like a friend of hers got her into the thing, or like a friend of hers that was doing it, like basically like just like said like, no, I already know the people that's doing it, so you don't have to fly. You just come down here and like you'll just go in with me. She went with her, and I dropped her off there for her first day of training, and then I got a call like 2 hours later.
Come pick her up. Sir, come get your wife.
I couldn't count the money fast enough. I couldn't count the money fast enough or accurately enough, and I couldn't pick up the chips.
Yeah. Yes, there's a lot of manual dexterity and fine motor control that's way beyond my capacity.
It was funny though, because like they would test you, and I would just everywhere, like all over the room, and then they'd roll underneath the judges, and like everybody's laughing, and I'm like, maybe this is not the.
She's had 2 jobs like that, like she's that and trying to serve drinks at a pool at a country club. It's the only 2 times it's ever happened. Lindsay's been good at every job she's ever had except for like those 2 things. There's that and the country club. A friend of hers also got her like a job with her at this country club where she was like, it's the easiest job in the world. All you do is like there's rich people out by the pool. You just take drinks out to them. And the very first tray of drinks Lindsay got, like a tray of margaritas, she slipped and dropped it. And did you fall in the pool or just the drinks?
No, the whole entire platter hit the side of the thing, and I fell in the pool and dropped food on a resident.
And I know you said they said they had to shut the pool down.
Yeah, because there was broken glass from all the margarita stuff.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm talking like a tray of food and margaritas, and I tripped and went straight into the pool. Oh, they gave me $200 and told me never to come back. I was like, oh.
Yeah, there was the 2 times I got like an early call from her for that kind of thing. But like, she was always so good at all the every job that she ever did, like her whole relationship, she always like excelled at all of them. But then she was not cut out for being a waitress, and she wasn't cut out for being a poker dealer. So oh well. I always told her it's like that there's worse things to be bad at, you know. Like,
I dropped an entire plate of enchiladas on a guest. Hot enchiladas too.
Oh no, yeah, that would have irritated me
on
too.
poolside too, which is like they're probably in a bathing suit, right?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Did you ever get put in the Meow Wolf thing?
Yeah, she put the application in.
I haven't done it yet.
Oh, you have?
I'm pretty
Oh, no.
extreme myself. Extreme about what? Dropping things? But you were a banker though. You could probably at least count coins.
Chips. It was the chips. It wasn't the money. And then, like, after that, I begged them to put me in the cage. I was like, I really need a job.
I do that too.
Huh?
No, I'm just making a joke. I do that too, but in another context.
I get it.
The cage is where you count the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Figured I could do that. They apparently didn't think so.
Yeah, no, they have a certain expectation of the speed and efficiency that they want.
Well, it would have
They
been a
don't
good
have-
job to have to be one of the poker
It was
models.
a temporary job though.
Yeah.
Like they like, you know, I always thought it was so bizarre. Like, you know, like the most sought after jobs in Vegas were never the jobs that you would think they were. It was like getting a spot as a valet on the strip was like,
Or a pit boss.
or like a pit. Yeah, but the valet thing, you had to pay money. You know, if you wanted a valet position,
I had a valet friend. He made six figures.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, just off tips alone.
Yes. That's one of the most lucrative jobs in Vegas.
Mhm. If you wanted a job as a valet, you have to find someone who's
Yeah,
retiring.
there's a wait list, and it's like a hierarchy. You have to work your way up to the right casinos.
Yep. Yeah. Because I was like, because I thought to myself, well, I can get a job doing something like that, and I was like, oh no, you cannot.
No, but he was also a concierge, and he like if guests needed drugs or illegal stuff and he could get it for them, he'd get really big tips. So he did that too. He was able to buy a big fancy house on the tips.
I know we met somebody who was a valet once, and like, yeah, he was like one of the richest people we ever met there. So,
There's a big opportunity in Vegas for people that can hustle.
We tried.
I mean, yeah, we excelled there until like.
I used to scalp tickets. I had a friend that worked for a travel agency, and they would sell these travel packages, and they'd include tickets to shows. So I would have to go buy the tickets from the box offices, and then they would mark them up and put them in these tour packages. But the show box offices couldn't know that that's what I was there for. So I had to pretend to just be a regular customer buying tickets for that show. And if they got to know me and caught on, I'd have to switch casinos or not go for a few days until there was someone else working. It was fun. I loved it.
Flo said no, he did not. It's not about stealing the cars. The thing is that on the strip, stupid people tip valet people insane amounts of money. People will tip thousands of dollars sometimes for parking your car. I don't understand why, but they do. I guess because they win a bunch of money. They win a bunch of money in like in the casino, or the slot machine, or the craps table, or whatever it is they win the money at.
Yeah, it's a constant flow of cash. Your whole shit. Cash just flowing. I don't like. Normally, I would ask if this is a true story, but having lived in Vegas, I could totally see this happening. How did you know he was a pimp? Hey, he's somewhere.
Yeah, he's somewhere.
Yeah, Vegas is in the house.
Juniper says hi. Juniper says hi.
Juniper, you have other people that are greeting you too. You don't even know about.
I think we're growing our viewership.
Yeah.
I told him to use her. Like, exploit the hell out of that baby. We need it. We need 1,000 viewers to monetize.
Juniper needs viewers.
Oh, he was offering you hoes. You turned him down.
a midget pimp. No, I think
I think you employed him.
no, not him. He was not that guy.
Oh, that midget pimp.
No, but there was that guy. Remember that dwarf guy that was always dressed. I think we've seen
Outside?
it. I think we saw that guy
Outside that bar
all the time. We
with
see
the black and the hat.
there was always this dwarf guy that we I can't remember which. It was like it was down there. It was kind of one of the sleazier parts of the strip, like before you get to Fremont. There's a street out there, and there was, yeah, something like that. There was this at night. There'd be this bar, and outside every night there'd be this like really, I mean, dwarfish short guy that was dressed out like full on pimp regalia, like I mean, like the full like '70s pimp thing, and like we always used to laugh about it. So I don't know if it's the same guy or not, but that's just funny. Like I mean, like, to us, he was like a landmark. Like if we were driving in that area at night,
we'd
look for him and like see him all the time. Like we were never bold enough to go to that place. It was like a strip club you'd be outside of or something like that. So like, it wasn't like a place we'd never go. But
oh wow, Flo, you should come on. You're telling all the stories.
yeah.
It's flowing. I remember the Sapphire. I never went, but I remember. Yeah, you'd walk down the strip and they'd flap these little pussy cards at you, like these little
everywhere.
Yeah, so they beat literally the ground. They the noises you walk by, they throw them at you.
They would stick in the fences.
Yeah. Oh man, Vegas really calls to me. I should never have left.
I think that's one of the things I missed the most about it when I went back there. The thing that really changed the most about Vegas, I was thinking about this the other day after we had after our conversation about it. The thing it wasn't just the vibe; it was the fact that like Fremont, for example, they cleaned up Fremont a lot. Like you know how like back then, like how Fremont, like there was like some of the newer stuff there, but there were still like these really old kind of like seedy kind of like kind of and stuff like that. Those were all gone.
So Fremont. So I liked that's one of the things I liked about it. Downtown had a completely different vibe than the Strip, and I liked the downtown.
Fremont was still sleazy, but it was like Disneyfied. It was like weird. It was like it was like the sleaze that was there was very much like seemed planned. It was weird. On one hand, there was a bunch of like street performers, I guess, but they were really just like there was at least 3 women dressed in Catholic nun outfits, but with their tits out and just an electric tape over their nipples. Yeah, there was like at least 3 women doing that, just like they weren't doing anything. They were just like standing around, just being like just kind of like dancing like strippers, but like and people were just tossing money into a hat for them, which I guess was, and it was barely even a costume, but and there was a couple other like people doing like there was a couple of like circus, but even like they were obviously like models. They weren't like your typical like. It was like somebody was paying them to be there. You could tell like the whole thing was very they were very. It wasn't just like the weirdos and stuff like that. When I was down there too, like it was weird because there was a bunch of church groups that were down there on Fremont at the same time. I just thought it was funny.
Like, what are you doing? Get out of here!
Like what church group takes their youth group to like Fremont Street?
Oh, these
like,
were youth. One thing that like appeals to me about Vegas is I don't want to live in another city, and it's living in a city that doesn't feel like a city.
That's true. I mean, that's true. I just mean like most like the older kind of crappy casinos that we used to like going to, they're mostly gone now. I of course I'm sure that local stuff is still there. I didn't get a chance to go back and like explore downtown Henderson again or anything. So I mean, a lot of that stuff's probably still there. But the strip has like the last little bastions of like old Vegas that were there on the strip have almost all been.
Oh, those little grotvilles. They needed to tear that down. There's substrata that just need to be. Yeah, the Mormons built Vegas. They funded it, and they gave a lot of the loans to build it. They didn't believe in vice, but they knew how to exploit it. They had one somewhere, I think maybe on Sahara or downtown, that had the penny slots, and we bring our bucket of pennies and play penny slots. That it's like gambling without the risk.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean penny slots. Well, I mean they still do penny slots, but you just can't do it with coins anymore.
What?
I didn't see a single coin based machine anywhere in
Wait,
Vegas.
do they pay out in coins or it's all
No,
digital?
it's all tickets.
What?
Yeah, that
So
changed.
there's no coins falling out of the.
No, that changed way before I even left. That changed way before we even left. Like there was a few little tiny places that still had some coin slot machines when I moved there, but by the time we left, all of those had been swapped out for
I
the
can't
ticket
believe
stuff.
that changes it for me. There was something about hearing the coins go on.
The only place I've actually in the last decade anyway that I've been to that had like the coin type is Shreveport.
Oh,
Hey, Cascadian, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, guys?
hey, where are you?
You got like a stadium.
Soccer competition.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna
Is
be
that-
playing like in about a half hour.
you're kidding.
All right.
What city are you in?
Portland.
Oh, wow. Are you gonna stream it?
Huh?
Are you gonna stream it?
No. I don't really have the camera equipment for that, but funnily enough, we actually play Multnomah County in our first game.
Is that Portland?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they barely
Kick
won
their
against,
ass.
against Eugene. So, well, last year when we played them, we scored they had two teams, and the first game they didn't score a single goal on us, and then the second game, huh?
Not playing sports.
No, I am.
that's-
I'm on a live stream right now. Someone was asking me a question. So anyway, he was like, "You're not playing sports this year?" No, I obviously am, but yeah, last year one of their teams didn't score a single goal on us, and then in the second game when we played their other team, we were up we had 6 goals on them, and towards the end of the game, we just let them score on us just to be nice.
Just wait, who does that? What kind of sportsmanship is that?
Give her for good luck.
Well, in basketball, there was a game where we were up where the final score is 58-8, and 4 of those points was just me giving the ball to a girl with Down syndrome.
Oh, you're too
Because
good.
this is for Special Olympics.
Oh,
So you get various skill
what a
levels.
moral dilemma.
So you our other team right there is playing.
Is this just what do they call it? Recreational?
Yeah, it's just for fun.
Cool. Well, I definitely hope you win.
Yeah, I hope we do well too. I mean, we have to play Clackamas probably tomorrow, and they're the toughest team.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry if I haven't been able to talk to you guys that much. I've just been super swamped with my music collection, and it's a nightmare organizing that stuff because it's do you organize it by genre? Do you organize it by alphabet?
is it a digital collection or hard media?
Digital.
Can't you do both? Do tags and then?
Well,
in
if it's a
iTunes, I used to
physical
be able to
collection,
do
it's
tags
easier
and
to organize that stuff just because in a physical collection, I mean, I don't really think of it that way. But then again, when I used to own a lot of CDs, most of it was just jazz music and ambient. I didn't have a lot of rock albums back then.
Oh.
Did you ever see High Fidelity? The movie High
Oh,
Fidelity?
yes. I remember when I was with my ex-fiance, I was geeking out to that movie, and it drove her nuts because I kept referencing all the bands that were in it and all the other musical references in it. And she's like, okay, you don't need to just tell me everything about it.
Well, I just because there's that big scene whenever he has the breakup and he's talking about how important it is how important organizing his record collection is to him. He talks about no one's seen him for a couple of weeks because he's been organizing his record collection. They're like, how does this even work? And he's doing it autobiographically, and how he has to if he wants to find this song, he has to remember that he got it from somebody and somebody.
That's how I have mine organized chronologically. I have a list.
Yeah, it was funny when he was talking about the top 10s concerning his breakup.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, it's funny because this year I'm actually the oldest player on the team. And there's only 3 guys and the rest are all females, but we only have 7 players.
Oh, it's a co-ed.
Yeah, it's co-ed. But all our players are pretty good, so I think we'll do pretty well. I mean, we're a lot younger than a lot of the other teams in the division, except for Clackamas. Clackamas is the only other team that's pretty young.
Does that
Most
give
of them-
them the advantage, or do you have?
Well, yeah, because
The
there's a lot of
experience
players
that
that are
comes
just
from
like,
this.
there's a lot of players on the other team that are just like overweight and out of shape. So, and some of them used to be like great athletes, but you know, you get older and sometimes you just don't take care of your body. And oh, 5-0 over here. Is it the blue team that's up? Yeah, because our lower team, they were like up 2-0 in their first game in the first half, going into halftime, and then they gave up 3 goals in the second half.
What does that mean to give up on purpose?
Huh?
What does it mean to give up a goal on purpose?
Oh, it just means that the other team scored.
Oh, okay. You could tell how
That's
much
all
I
it
know about
means.
sports.
Yeah, it just means the other team scored on them.
2 legs.
You got to do legs to do soccer and basketball.
We had to play it in PE, but I hated it. I didn't really understand the game.
Yeah, Jeff, you don't really take me as the type to really be into sports.
No, I mean,
It's funny though, because and when I
see
used
it
to
from-
stream a lot more, as soon as I'd talk about sports, the audience would completely drop because
Oh,
no one
really?
cared about that stuff. So that's-
That happens when people talk about tech on this stream.
well, like with me, I mean, I'd rather talk about music than talk about sports. I mean, I'd rather talk about like anything but sports, honestly, sometimes.
I don't have a lot to say about sports.
Yeah, that's my thing. I don't have to say about it. Like, I think it's healthy for. I think
Yeah, I support it. I just don't.
It's
I
good to
have a lot
play, but
say about
it's
it.
like unless you're like really passionate about it, like you're not really going to talk about it. And to me, sometimes pros. I like amateur sports are just like what I'm doing now, but like pro sports in a lot of ways is just kind of bread and circuses.
Yeah, pro sports. I don't have any really love for. I don't understand how people get so attached to like teams and stuff like that. But
I know it's fun. People get so emotional about it sometimes.
It's a community type thing. I think like even like if it's like if you go to a city that like where it's like the team is like you like move here to Dallas and you're not like a Cowboys fan, but then you could find like a pocket of fans of like another team. Like it's like an instant kind of like community you have with them. It's just like another way that I think that people build communities around. So I don't think it's like it's not something I can build a community around because I don't.
Right.
You could ask Lindsay. I don't know. I can't.
Woo! Go Broncos!
I know all about sports ball. I'm the best sports ball person ever. Like
I just like looking at the stats and reading the blogs. I mean, I don't really watch the games that much. And the only sport I really follow is the NBA, and most of the time that's just blog reading, listening to a few live streams, and occasionally catching a game here and there. But it's not the same as it used to be because guys get paid too much and they're not as passionate as they used to be. I mean, it's starting to get more competitive now that the millennials are aging out. But that took quite a while.
I mean, but even I'll admit, like when I was a kid, it was fun to watch like the Dream Team play in the Olympics.
Oh yeah, the Dream Team, Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan with Larry Bird, Scottie Pippen, and Magic Johnson all on the same team, and like they're just like just to watch like a team of people just absolutely destroy every other country they played against. Like,
yeah, but it was terrible because there was a game where they were playing Angola, and Charles Barkley elbowed one of their players. And when he was interviewed about it, he said, I don't know if that guy had a spear on him. And it's like, dude, Angola was a country that was going through a civil war and communism. They weren't some like primitive hunter-gatherer society.
Well, I mean, it was Charles Barkley, though. I mean, this was Charles Barkley we're talking about, dude. Charles Barkley,
I don't know.
Did you remember like you remember that show Crank Yankers? Jimmy Kimmel used to do something that he could not do these days. He used to do like a blackface bit where he used to do,
and it was funny too because Angola, their tallest player at that year was like probably 6'8" or something. So they had like no tall people on that team, and our team our country just blew them out bad. But yeah, it was really tasteless. It was really tasteless when Barkley said that. And then there was another game where his team lost, and he told the people in an interview, "This is the kind of game you come home and beat your wife to." And then there was another time where he got in a bar fight and he threw somebody out a window or something. And he said the only regret he had is that it wasn't on the second floor.
Who's
Man,
this?
Charles Barkley was a monster back in the day. I didn't even realize.
Oh, he was. Oh, that's just Elijah back there. And these guys I talk to on live streams.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good, doing good. Good for
Are
game
you on
day.
the team? Are you on the team?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
our
I'm
goalie.
the goalie. I'm the goalie. Give
We're
up a
rooting
game.
for you. We hope you win.
Thank you. Thank you. Who's that?
The guys I talk to on live streams.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's Jeff and Chris.
For his streaming
Are they
family.
good fan?
No, they're not that into sports. But anyways,
Volleyball.
I'd go to
I gotta get going soon. But
Wait. That's probably the best defender in our team right here. It's probably, this guy's gonna win defense player of the year right here. But I'm not telling you that right now. Defense player of the year.
Well,
all right, well, I'd love to talk more, but I gotta get going because first thing I'm gonna have is like a full bladder before playing. So
Okay, man.
that's
All right.
and this game's a blowout, so they're gonna probably end this game pretty soon, more or less
Okay,
likely.
Good
All right.
luck. What do you say for something? Break a leg? Or what do you say? Don't break your leg, but break somebody's leg.
All right, well, I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay,
All
take
right.
care.
All right,
Good
see ya.
to you.
You want
Have a
to
great
start an
week.
adult sports league YouTube channel, Jack? Like, what does that mean?
Yeah. I don't
Just
know,
like
but the causing chaos part.
Yeah, that
drew
sounds
me in.
fun.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't like watching sports either, but I can enjoy playing them, especially like just playing for fun. When people get, I get competitive and everything for fun games still, but I mean, it's just like whenever the money and everything gets into it and everything, it's just like that's whenever like I don't know. I don't even like. I like to go see games that my friends are in or something like that. I like to support my community, my friends and stuff like that. I just have no interest in it beyond that. If there aren't people I know, then like why would I want to go watch people I don't know play sports? I don't know. It doesn't appeal to me.
I played golf. I was a golfer.
I was about to say golf is watching golf on TV seems like the most painful
Oh, it is.
torture
It's so
in the
hard.
world.
Yeah, it's just like everyone has to be quiet. So it's just like
Yeah, it's just silent. You're just watching silence. And
even the
people
announcers.
line up, and then they fall, and it flies through the air, and you watch it land. It's so like a cat might enjoy it. I need more than that.
Yeah, I agree. I do think
love
think that social sports are better for mental health. I agree with that. It would be. Of course, I can't play any kind of sport. It'd be murdering myself to do that. At this
I can
point.
do volleyball,
The only thing I can play is chess, I guess. But, you know.
chess,
Yes.
and paintball. I would love to. Do
Oh, paintball! Yeah, paintball always looked like a lot of fun. But I never had the money for it, man. It's expensive.
Laser tag, that kind of stuff I
A lot
could
of
do.
money to sink into it. I had some friends that were really into it and stuff like that, but like even they would say like they were spending like all their money, you know, like every week, all their extra money went to like paintball so they could buy the paintballs themselves, so they could like buy new equipment and stuff like that. It was like a life thing. They were like so into it and stuff like that. But it seems fun to do, but like I've never done it. I've done laser tag once, but that's about the closest thing I've done.
Tag. I want adult laser tag.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I want to do.
Yeah, adult. Wasn't there a place that did that? That had that here? That was
There's
like
one here that does it with crossbows.
crossbows.
Yeah, there's a laser. There's
The
a
laser crossbow.
Yeah, laser crossbow. It's up there
Oh.
by that mall we like in Bedford.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know.
I don't know.
Apparently, there's laser
I
crossbow
don't know
tag
what a
here.
laser crossbow
I don't.
looks like.
I don't know what
but
that means, but
I'm down for that. I'm down.
I would do it.
Pew! Pew! We can be Hawkeye, Chris. Pew!
well, crossbows are like guns. Like you don't hold them, you don't pull them back. So that's why I'm confused. But like, why you'd have a laser crossbow?
I don't know. That's what the place
You
is
just shoot them
called.
with a trigger.
It's called laser crossbow.
It's called laser crossbow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if that's what it's called, but that's what's on the building.
Oh my goodness, he just wants to jump so much today. She's so energetic. The sunshine is powering her jumping legs.
Juniper. Juniper.
Hey,
Juniper. Look at the
Hey.
Juniper on the TV.
He says, "Hi, Uncle Jeff."
Are you gonna come on, Jack? I just got wait.
Yeah, come on. Oh, Louisiana's great. It's so far. I'm knocking on wood. It's only been 2 days. Yeah, I'm back in my element. This is my roots. I'm having I'm getting fat, and I'm having the time of my life. People actually talk and socialize here and tell stories. That's all they do is they eat and tell stories all day.
What kind of food have you had so far since you've been there?
Oh my
Yeah.
God. We're Mexican today. I'm having pizza tonight, and then I'm meeting another friend at another Mexican. They have Tex-Mex out the ass. There's like every other
Here too.
block
Here
is a Tex-Mex.
There's 20 taco places like within a mile walk. Yeah, I know. Like Mexican food
in
is
Texas. Yeah.
a lot.
Because this is the part of Louisiana that's closest to Texas, so it gets all of that Texas spillover. It's barbecue, Tex-Mex.
You're like near Shreveport or something like that then?
No, we're in the boot.
Oh, okay.
I'm in Lake Charles, right, like by Beaumont.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot you told me that. Yeah. Because I grew up. One of the towns I grew up in was Buna, which is like an hour from Beaumont. That was like It's like no one would ever hear of Buna. It's like this tiny little just shit town that like it exists out there in like the outskirts of Beaumont, and it's a little like literally it's like we grew up in a swamp. It was like a swampland in the backyard. There was crawfish mounds everywhere. Yeah. And like we had this cat that would go out to the crawfish mounds, and like during the daytime she'd go out there and she figured out that if she put her mouth over the hole for the crawfish mound. Yeah, well the crawfish would think it was dark, and the crawfish would try to come out, and then she would catch the crawfish, and the cat ate crawfish all the time.
So did we. We had a crawfish pond in our backyard growing up.
We didn't have a pond for them, but we had they were just everywhere. The mounds were just all over the place. Like I rarely ever saw them.
Yeah, they had in the yard. When you'd mow the grass, you'd have to either knock them before you mow, or the lawnmower would knock them and spray the dirt everywhere.
But our yard was so swampy. Like I don't remember even us mowing the lawn much because there wasn't really any grass out there. I think my dad had like just a weed eater. He just ate out just cuts like some small like patches out. But I don't remember us even really having a lawnmower back then because it was so. My dad was a youth pastor there at that little town for like 3 years when I was growing up. I was like around the time I was like 8 to 11. I think I lived there. Very young. Yeah.
We're gonna have ribs tonight, right?
Yeah, we're gonna have I got some ribs from the grocery store to make tonight. It's not like I'm making ribs though. It's like a
they said grits. Ribs.
Oh no, grits no ribs.
What's a grit?
Grits are weird to me. Like I mean, like
my mom wanted to buy me some grits for breakfast. She's like, you eat grits? I said, I haven't had a grit. They don't have grits up there. We need to get.
There's several places that actually do like gourmet grits down.
Grits have no flavor. They're only good if you put something in it, like bacon or cheese or butter. But by themselves, they have no flavor at all. It's like rice.
Yeah. It's like there's a lot of places that do shrimp and grits.
Yeah.
I guess it's good.
I've had that.
I've never had it before, but
it's okay.
I just don't like the texture of the grits much. Is my problem. I just don't like the texture of it. It's just like it's not bad. I don't like the texture. I like it better than oatmeal though. If you give me a choice between grits and oatmeal, I'll choose grits every time because like I hate the gloopiness of oatmeal. Like oatmeal's so gloopy.
I'm spoiled for Irish oats ever since we learned how to make them in the Instapot. It's hard to go back to the Quaker man.
Yeah. It reminds you of home. Yeah. Well. Yeah, butter and salt grits. I definitely. You like dry grits? How do you eat dry grits?
Yeah.
I used to eat. We had the little packs growing up, and you could open them up and eat it. They feel good in your mouth. Maybe it's an autism thing, but they're dry and flaky, and they like your mouth moistens them into these like kind of little balls because it stays dry on the inside, and the outside gets moistened by your saliva, and it's just
I never would have imagined that would be something that.
And if you put a lot in your mouth, it's really challenging, and you choke some of the grit dust down while you're trying to what is it? Masticate the grits. Oh, grits that are strained.
Oh, grits are strained. Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, anytime I've ever eaten grits, I think I've had them. I think I've had them strained more or less. Like that, I don't like any of that. I don't like any of those grains like that soup in a soupy form. Like I don't like that. I just don't like the texture. I don't like the.
You don't like
What?
cream of wheat.
Is it cream of wheat just grits?
I love cream of wheat.
What's the difference between cream of wheat and grits? What's the difference?
Cream of wheat is like, what is it? Denuded wheat, farina, wheat that they take the husk off of, like process into just a little wheat grain. Let me see. I haven't had cream of wheat forever.
That's what my mom used to give me when I was sick.
Wheat middlings.
Wheat middlings. Okay.
Is the product of wheat milling process that is not flour. It's a good source of protein, fiber, phosphorus, and other nutrients, and used for fodder for livestock and pets. Also being researched as a biofuel.
Okay. Well, man, cream of wheat's
Sounds healthy.
Some hearty stuff.
Hashtag escape Seattle, Joe. Yeah.
No, you're not kidding. I pretty much like. I'll see how the rest of the trip, and plus the real estate here. Oh my God, they have the nicest homes, and they're like just a couple of hundred. The real estate here is so affordable.
I said you can always look into coming here. We could try to like start build. We start doing, I guess, the show live or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they have that podcast studio. The only thing is just I'm so averse to living in another big city after my experience with Seattle.
I don't blame you. Of course, I mean, we don't live in Dallas proper, but you can't escape it to a degree. Like there's like we live in Irving, which is kind of like whenever I was younger was a small town adjacent to Dallas, and now it's kind of absorbed into Dallas like everything else. But you can't. There are places you can live, but the further out you go from the middle of the city, like it's expensive in the heart of the city, and it's expensive everywhere on the outskirts. And then all of the reasonably priced places are all like in this middle area between the two. So you kind of have to live in like this mid city kind of like thing for to find an affordable place.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
what I want though. I want something that's something scaled to my comfort.
Well, you might because there's lots of areas like that out here. There's like where we are. There's Irving, then Euless, then Bedford, then in North Richland Hills. And then there's Grand Prairie right to the south of us. Flower Mound, like there's all these, and these are all like we think of them more like suburbs or like districts, kind of like they don't really feel like you never really notice like the difference between them that much, but like it's not the same as like living downtown Dallas. It's nothing like that.
The flight from Dallas was only 45 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a short flight from Dallas to Vegas when we took that flight a few times, and that was like real short. It's like an hour and a half at most. America's just vastly overpriced. Yeah, I mean it is. Right now, especially real estate is just insane. Like rent is crazy everywhere. Yeah, it's crazy everywhere, isn't it? Yeah. Did you say it's good? She's learning words. She's really starting to.
Oh, what does she know?
She said it's good.
You said good? Yeah.
Oh.
It's good.
It's good.
As we ask her all the time, is it good? Is it good? Do you like it? She says, it's good. It's good. And she says, she can say daddy. She can say mama. She can say
hi.
And she say hi. And she say bye. She said bye on the.
Hi.
She said
hi,
bye
Jennifer. Hi. Hi.
Yeah.
Hi. Oh my God, I'm teaching my baby.
You saw she's got her mouth full, in her hands full. She's got a snack in each hand and a mouthful of them, so she can't really do anything at the moment.
Wait, why do you think it should be a crime to own more than one home? With the high tax? Yeah, I don't necessarily mind a high tax, but I don't like to restrict. I'm learning what a capitalist country. We're so like it's the water we swim in. We're so. It's hard to see capitalism because we're so immersed in it. But I'm starting to see like the outlines of what capitalism is, and it's the only culture that like we really know our society and our generation. And I've made my peace with it. Now I just want to learn to make it work for me.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely not like wired for capitalism. It doesn't come instinctively to me. Ooh, a New Orleans style coffee. What makes it New Orleans style? Does it have the chicory?
The bourbon in it? I don't know. Just because Bourbon Street.
Well, I think no. I don't know if everybody. First of all, not everybody wants a home. I didn't want a home at all, especially after I lost Mike. We had a 4-bedroom house, a 2-story house in Vegas, and it was perfect for 2 people. But after I lost him, and it was just me in that house, it seemed gigantic. Like I did not want to own a home by myself after that, and so I had this
Right.
aversion to owning any kind of large structure.
This machine line.
So not first of all, not everybody wants to own a home, but then I think that it's you have to put in the work to get the home. Like I don't think like somebody with no ambition that just wants to live on welfare and food stamps should be able to buy a home. I think that's kind of a privilege of participating in society and adding something to civilization. I'm going to end up a capitalist in a few years after this.
Us too. We'll do it.
I fought it my whole life. Not fought it. I wasn't anti-capitalist. I just knew I wasn't a capitalist. Like it wasn't my natural state of being. But I want to learn it, and I want to learn to live in it.
I want to learn it better so I can transcend it. I can be uber
Yes. Like what's the next the edge of capitalism? What's the next? What is that transcendent? I want to transcend everything. I want to transcend streaming. Like I want to bring streaming to the next level. I want to bring capitalism to the next level and find that edge. And then what's just over that horizon?
Yeah, I know. I see what Jack's saying. Like he's talking about like paying $500,000 in interest to afford a home is robbery. Yeah, and that's that. He's just talking about like the way the housing market is. Like, but it's so like the problem isn't the fact that people own 2 homes. The problem is that all the lending companies and everything are all predatory and everything. Like they all like prey on people. Like prior to like the first financial collapse, and it was so apparently so cheap to buy. And because we were looking at buying the place that we lived in Vegas. That's before the collapse was going. That's what we were planning on doing. We were going to raise clover there, and we were going. And the guy that was renting us that place that we lived in, we loved that place, and he said he was willing to sell it to us, and we were looking at we were both making pretty good money and everything, and then that happened, and my job went away, and I guess Lindsay lost her job a little bit before that, but we lost our jobs in pretty quick succession, and then so it was like we couldn't even pay the rent all of a sudden, you couldn't, and but we were going to buy that townhome because we loved that place, man. It was amazing. It's still like my favorite place I've lived, I think, but. It was a lot of the setup of this place. It was just bigger and it just had a lot more charm to it. I don't know. It was just a nice place, and the neighborhood was cool and everything. But and then it was like you couldn't even live there anymore. You had it felt like Vegas like closed its doors and kicked everybody out. Like the bar closed, like it was like closing time. Like everybody's gonna go.
Yeah,
home.
I remember that. That's about the time I left. It's Oh, by the way, Machine is streaming tonight. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. I think he's getting started at, let's see. So he's on Eastern now. So let me see. It looks like 6 hours my time. So 6 p.m. Central. He's going to try to start.
Who is?
Machine.
Oh, Machine. Okay.
Saturday stream. I don't want to be a real estate keep. Oh my God. No, I don't want more than one house. Like keeping up with one house is going to be just the challenge level.
Yes.
I need. I don't want to try to. I have a friend that's a slumlord, and he has to constantly make repairs and upkeep the house. I don't want to do any of that. I'll be happy with my one little homestead. This is a town where middle-class people can still buy a nice little home, comfortable little home, and I don't see that in Washington State at all. Whoa, what's happening with Machine? Was there some drama? Catch us up. Unless it involves the trolls, which I don't care.
Yeah, at least like let us know how machine's doing because I haven't. I messaged a couple times, didn't get a message back, and I just
think
didn't know
you'll
how he.
like what some of. Uh-oh. What? Give us a teaser. What? What am I gonna hate?
What's up?
Is it stream and drama related, or is it like world and politics related?
You almost laid down.
It won't be a free for all until after the. Oh, he's having a guest on. Is it that philosopher guy?
It's subject related.
I
Okay.
remember he talked about this guy. I forgot his name, but well, good. I'm glad he's getting good guest. Okay. Well, I'll he's gonna go all night, so I'll be able to watch it at some point.
Take some pictures of
Your town.
your town. and
I'm
stuff.
supposed to. I'm waiting to get some footage. I'm trying to like find opportunities to get good footage, and that we could either use in a movie or use on the stream or something. But so far, it's just me and my mom riding around the car and shopping and eating at restaurants. So when I see something interesting, I'm gonna get some
I'm
footage. Of it.
nosy. I love that stuff.
We're doing Thanksgiving at my brother's camp, and it's out in the marsh, and there's supposedly alligators, all kind of wildlife out there. So I might be able to get some of that.
Yikes. Alligators. That would have been one chomp. One chomp and you'd be gone.
Someone YouTube famous. Can you tell us who it is, or he doesn't want us?
No, he doesn't want to. He doesn't.
Dropbox. I've never used it. One, I've used the free version for files, but I closed my account. They sent me a notice saying if you don't continue to use this, we're closing your account.
Yeah,
So
I
I never use you. Close it. I don't care.
I have stuff on Google Drive, but
Yeah,
At least-
people
at
use.
least-
There's other storage options now than with Dropbox was developed.
I just at least with Google, at least I feel like there's not much chance they're going to close down Drive because some of these things I think are kind of like in like a mega and stuff like that. Like all those things get shut down and stuff like that. And I don't know. I don't trust all those file
I keep
storage.
getting notice that my Gmail is getting full.
Yeah, I get that notice too. It's stupid.
I've had it since.
You can literally just go on and just like clean out. Like you just go on like there's an option like a cleanup thing where it gets rid of like any like old archives like spam trash stuff like that, and it usually will get rid of it. But at least there used to be. I haven't gotten that message in a while, but I used to get it. I know there's like this hole right there on the mattress, and she just is obsessed with this hole there. Just wants to
A hole in the mattress.
It's just like almost the cover of this mattress just has like this little like. But it has like the tiny little hole in it. And
Good. She's curious and exploring.
Yeah.
Oh, going into. Where does that lead? What's in it?
Look at you clapping your foot.
I don't know. Dropbox has been around for a while, so at least I'll give them that. They have probably ones that they probably the most long-lived of all of those storage companies that have been around like that. I mean, I remember Dropbox being around, but even back in like the AOL days, like in dial-up days, Dropbox have been around. So I suppose if there's one out there that's like reliable in terms of like that you can't. But I don't know, like any kind of.
I wouldn't pay for it though. It did
Yeah.
have any features to me that looked like worth paying for.
I just don't trust that it's not going to get bought out by some other company and you're going to lose all your files. Like it's just that company's been around for a long time and I don't hear about it or anything, so I don't know if they're like really stable or really like it's kind of like investing in Yahoo that's in these days to me or something like that. Like I think Yahoo technically is still there, but has anyone been to Yahoo in a long time? I think it's like the haunted. I feel like it'd be like the haunted mansion of websites.
Yeah, the guy that founded Yahoo is from this town. Where I'm
Oh,
at.
is he?
Yeah, he's from Louisiana. It was David Yang and what's his name? David Philo is from here.
Yahoo is such a weird company. They tried to like dip their toes into like every kind of thing. There was one time I actually saw I knew this guy that had a bunch of old like audio equipment, and like he had a bunch of Yahoo branded like audio equipment. Apparently, at one point they tried to break into like the pro audio market, and like they did all this weird stuff that they did. Like they tried to do a streaming service and that failed. They did try to. And there, I remember even back like when Yahoo was like the most valuable companies in the world, it was like people used to make jokes for the fact that it's worth X number of billions of dollars and the stock is so high, but it's never produced a single cent of revenue, and like so people, it was the very first like bubble, stock type thing.
Yeah, it was basic. It's just the Yahoo product that everyone used the most was Yahoo Messenger, and they discontinued that.
Yeah,
that was one of the better chat programs.
They never kept up with anything. They put something out because Yahoo Mail was fine for a while, but then like other
and they had their groups. The Yahoo groups were good too before
Yeah,
Facebook came along and did Facebook groups. I was in a lot of Yahoo groups. They were like bulletin board forums, kind of what Reddit is today.
They also had didn't Yahoo like have like a kind of a meetups type thing too? Like they had like a thing for like meeting people and stuff like that, like in your a Yahoo local type thing. I think they used to have that.
They may have. I don't remember it. I didn't use it.
Maybe it was Google that did that. There was something like that. Yeah, I used to use Yahoo Messenger some too. I didn't use it as much as I used ICQ. ICQ was the one that I used to use the most because ICQ had the most like features. So then it was a more social like one. You could like meet people on there and stuff like that. But I mean, I had an account every one of those messenger programs. So I had an MSN Messenger one. I had an AOL, an AIM one. I had one on it. I used to talk to Lindsay on AIM all the time, like back before we started dating. Yeah, man, us too. We feel old too.
Yeah, that's how AOL. I got involved in AOL, mainly the philosophy room, and I took off around the country to start meeting the people in person. And everywhere I went, I would meet as many of them as I could in person. And I even flew to Philadelphia. They were having a philosophy chat room, not a reunion because we were all meeting for the first time. And people flew from all over the country. One guy came in from England to all meet each other in person from this chat room we had all been chatting in. And so, like from that point forward, I think almost every single person in my life I had met through a computer instead of in real life. And then they would become in-person friends.
Person friends.
I mean, I've definitely made friends with the computer again here recently, but for a long time, I didn't make friends with the computer anymore. Like I knew, I think it's that like that with the Dunbar number thing or whatever. Like I knew enough people like around me in real life that I stopped looking for people online, and like I tried to do that for a long time. But then, then I kind of realized like after a while, after like I no longer really have the ability to go out and go out in the world anymore. So it's like, but I suddenly realized like, hey, wait a second, there's the computer is there. You can talk to people on the computer.
It's weird because when I'm hanging out with my people here, I don't think about the streaming universe. It's so remote. Like I never think about it. But then when I get online and I start streaming, all of my Louisiana reality fades out and I'm immersed in the streaming universe and I don't think about the real world. So I keep they're two distinct worlds or states of social consciousness. And I keep shifting from one to the other. And they're very distinct. And in Everett, I don't have the in-person option. So I'm just immersed in the streaming world the whole time. There's nothing to transition to. But here, there's something to transition to outside of the streaming universe. So I'm getting a nice balance of real life and digital.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess like because right now I don't have anything to transition to. I guess so. I can't really compare that. But like
this is new for me too. But I think it's very valuable having that. It's making me realize that I want some element of that.
I mean, but you know, my wife and daughter and everything.
Yeah,
Like,
you have that,
and so whenever
but they're on
and like
streams too. They're in the universe with you.
yeah, they're part of the streaming universe too, though. So I guess that doesn't count. Yeah, I was gonna say like because they don't feel different, but at the same like they really aren't. I guess it is. I guess it is weird though. It's like you know I had friends that don't know anything about your streaming life or the fact you do streams and they don't keep up with it. So you have all these things that you have to that you talk about with people on stream, and then you like mention it to the people in IRL, and then they'd be like, "What?"
They have no idea what any of that
Yeah, I
is.
see what you're talking about. Yeah, I can see that happening. I can see that happening. I can see me doing that a lot because I have a bad tendency to like make references to things that like to like inside jokes that I had with like that I have with Lindsay or something, or like was just something from a TV show that I know most people haven't seen, and I'll make a joke and then I always have like this moment of like, wait, they wouldn't have seen that. They wouldn't have known what they wouldn't have had any way of understanding what my thoughts were in that moment, you know. Like, yeah.
I've had mixed results online dating. I still think it's like like I never had luck at gay bars at all, so it was very superior to a gay bar because you could get more information about each person and home in on the ones that you were compatible with and that interested you. And it's harder to do that at a bar in person. But like straight people have more.
Bars are bad places to meet people. Period.
Yeah,
They're
really
loud.
are.
They're noisy. They're entirely
They're drunks. That's where you find all the alcoholics and substance use addicts.
I think. I mean, I really think like the best way to like meet people is in either like more community type based things or even in like activity type things, like anything from like you know like hobby or sport type stuff or something like that, or like you know if you like went to an actual. It's like there's like this comic book shop around here that does like those big tabletop game nights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like we went there one night just like out of curiosity, just like seeing like what was going on. Like I mean there was tons of people in there, and like we kind of watched for a little while, and I kind of like asked one of the people, it's like how hard is it to get into one of these things? He's like, well, you it's like it's not exactly. They were like, it's not exactly cheap. I was like, what do you mean? Like, well, you have to pay for, you have to buy this, and this if you want to get in this game. And I was just like, holy crap, that's
you can't just go and play.
It was like $500.
In Seattle, you could just show. I was involved in this gaming group for a while. And you just showed up every week and played.
Well, I like these people were all really super hardcore into it. This was not a beginners group.
They
either,
were big. They were.
They were being elitist. They were. Yeah. They were being elitist. But yeah, I mean, and I'm sure there are ones.
Okay, I know who the guest is. He just posted it. Adam Green of No More News. I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, I never before, so.
Let me look him up. Maybe we could play a clip of him. Yeah, that sounds very wise, Jack. You have a healthy sense of. Let's see, Adam Green. Who is this fool? Of what? What's it called? No More News. All right, let's see who this person is. Oh, he's cute. Oh no, different Adam Green. An anti-Semite machine. What are you doing to yourself?
Who's that picture?
I don't know.
No more news exposed. Oh man, did he get like D platform? He's not coming up in the search results at all. But there's channels about him criticizing him that are coming up. It's making me curious. Okay, I could play a clip of him, but it's not his channel. Oh, after the damn commercials. Hang on. Skip.
Are you tired?
Yeah.
Are you tired? You haven't been up that long.
All right, we'll get a taste of Adam Green, and then I'll research and let you know more about him.
You sweet baby girl.
There's just a random selection.
I'm a secret Jew, that I'm a Mossad agent. That
I saw something like that, yeah.
Yeah, that I've had a nose job, that I dye my hair, that I'm all.
I can see the
things.
affinity with machine already.
Experience myself the anti-Semitism that Jews go through it, and I see how it's disgusting, and most often it's coming from.
So he sounds
anti-Jewish Christians,
against anti-Semitism.
and that's why I've done in the last 6 months to a year, I've probably done 20 videos showing that, the problems with anti-Christian Zionists, and I see. You said that there's thousands of religions, but I agree that the last 2,000 years has been completely dominated by one religion in essence, and that is the Abrahamic faiths: Christianity,
That's not
Islam,
one religion.
and
That's at
Judaism.
least three.
And really, this is
Yeah, really.
3 different groups that
But
all
yes,
want to
that's
be
West.
chosen.
That's like
They all want to have the
that is the
special
religion
covenant
of the
with
West,
God.
or
They
one
all
like the 3
believe that
religions of the West.
their
So
path
what
of
else did he
Abrahamic
expect it
I
to
think
be
the main
dominated
religion of
by?
the West is
one,
money nowadays.
and really they've got some irreconcilable differences, and they're incompatible, and there's been many wars and many deaths and much suffering. And I think it'd be much better if if the Christians, instead of believing that the Jewish people are a chosen people and that you're cursed if you curse them and blessed if you bless them, they should just tell them, you were never chosen, that's a delusion, and stop enabling
All
them.
that does is
Instead, it's
keep.
almost
That
like the
is
ring in Lord of the
religious
Rings. Everybody wants
conflict
to
right
have
there.
that
All that does is
chosen ring of
perpetuate the
power. It's
division.
so alluring to feel that you're
Is that what bothers people about Jewish people? Is that they think they're the chosen one?
Yeah, well, I guess probably. I mean,
But everybody thinks, like rich people think they're the chosen one. You're not going to escape elitism in a species that's wired for social hierarchy and status seeking. Like I don't. This is again that idealistic view of human nature that people bring into things that I don't know where it comes from.
well, I mean, I think it's more than just. There's it's more than just that. Like, not only is it like the people I think probably have some like that they do. Like someone like some Jews like really do like have that attitude that they are the chosen people type thing. There's also a lot. I mean, that's the whole reason that supposedly like the Jews rejected and disliked Christ was because his whole message was that they weren't the chosen people, and like in his message was like for salvation for all, for everyone, for not just for the Jews, and they wanted a Jewish savior. They wanted someone to save the Jews. They didn't want someone to save everyone.
So who cares if a group thinks they're the chosen people? There's so many groups out there that think they're
I agree. It doesn't bother me
in some kind of way, or special or superior.
I mean,
It doesn't bother me. I don't think that. I don't think that. So why does it matter to me if they think that about themselves? As long as they don't try to interfere with my life.
Yeah, it's only if they try to. I guess I probably
and no Jewish person has ever done anything to me, even if they think they're the chosen people.
Yeah. I guess it would be annoying if you were around someone who constantly talked about how they were the chosen people all the time. But I don't think I've never met anybody who did that, so I don't know.
But
so
even being annoing is not illegal. Yeah. Like it's not anything to start wars.
I wasn't saying they should be shot for it. I'm just.
I think these trolls are annoying. But I mean, I'm
just saying, yeah, it might be annoying, but it doesn't mean. But I've never met anybody who did this in the first place. That's a hypothetical person that doesn't even exist.
It seems like tribalism and people with no life, like not much going on in their life, that this is what they have to spend their energy on.
I think you look for some toys or something. She might be hungry still too. You want some more snacks? You want some more snacks? I've got your snacks here. I got your snacks here. Is that what you want? He's looking for something. Probably snacks.
Rooting around.
She is growing so fast right now.
She eats everything. We had sushi for dinner yesterday, and we just took off the eel, and she ate all of the.
There was no eel, but
took off the skin and ate everything inside of it. Oh no.
Yeah, it was like in a rice. It was like a sushi wrapped in like a rice paper instead of like in rice. It was wrapped in rice. It was wrapped in rice paper.
She ate the whole thing.
And I gave her little pieces of salmon and tuna. We can get it from that central marketplace. It's like the only way we could eat anything like fancy ever. Because they take food stamp card. But it's not like grocery store. It's really good sushi though they have there. It's not like grocery store. It's not like gas station sushi or something like that. Walmart carries like gas station sushi and it's terrible.
Dude.
It's like the rice is like so dry and like it's like the rice is almost tastes uncooked. It's like it's weird. It's like it almost has like a grits like actual texture to it. It's very strange.
Ooh, she's hollering.
Yeah, she's being a little dinosaur with her snacks right now. I don't know why. She's trying to put as many in her hand as she can at once for some reason.
She's testing her powers.
Yeah, that's what this age is all about. Like she's really into like feeding herself right now. She doesn't want us to put. She doesn't want to if we try to give her bites, like so like baby food's kind of been off the mashed food's been kind of off the table because like she doesn't want to eat it right now if she can't pick it up and put it in her mouth herself. She wants either to sit in my lap or to sit in her chair and like have her stuff out in the tray and she can choose what she wants to eat.
She's going to be very independent.
Yep. Very independent, but very friendly and very community oriented. She's going to be the perfect kind of person. Yep. Independent but community oriented. That's our aim. That's our goal.
Yep.
So what are you doing right now, Nero? Or are you just like hanging out? You're just doing some stuff at home or something? Like you said you're going to come on and then. I know Jeff. You said you like speak for a couple hours, right?
Yeah, about another hour I can go.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, or anybody else watching wants to come on.
Yeah, I'm just directing.
And hang on one sec, or keep talking.
Okay.
Check.
I gotta check a couple of things too. Let me see here. And if anybody out there is watching, like like please join the discords and like we've like me and Lindsay and Jeff and other people from that you see in the chat here. Like we've just been kind of hanging out there on the Discord voice channels. We've been watching movies and TV shows and stuff like that, and we're just videos and we're talking about music or movies or whatever and stuff like that. Just been hanging out, just kind of like just like you hang out with people like on a front porch kind of thing, and it's been pretty nice. So if you're looking for someone just like it's just kind of drop in and out, you don't have to worry about like there's like there's no like topics or anything. Nobody's on stream. You can just like drop in and just kind of
I think I can do it tomorrow at the same time too.
No, I'm just talking about like having like the Discord voice thing. Like I've just been kind
of the behind the scenes stream. If anybody's interested in, but it's spread out among several Discords. It would be nice if we could centralize it all.
I want to centralize it to the center holds one, I guess, because that seems like that's the one that makes most sense to do. But yeah, I've been in either one, either machine lines or the center holds, but.
Somebody's cooking.
But yes, we have. What? Oh, are y'all hearing it?
Yeah, we can hear somebody cooking.
Oh yeah, she's scraping her pot. I can go mute.
Oh yeah, you're fine. It's not. I don't mind those sounds. I grew up like it basically makes me like that's the way my grandmother used to like wash pots. I remember like hearing like the same scraping sounds. Like
that's exactly.
I tend to use like a soft like sponge type thing when I wash stuff, but she used to like scrape the hell out of that stuff.
I'm a terrible house. Keep it.
But yeah, we do have a Discord or a few Discords, and we continue the streaming experience on there throughout you never know. Chris was there all night last night. I went to bed and I woke up and they were still in there talking. So there's a whole like other world that goes on behind the scenes that y'all are welcome to be part of. Just contact one of us for the invitation.
Yeah, we'll invite you to the Discords and you can come on and just hang out. And I said we watch a lot of we started doing like the movies and stuff that we used to do on Zoom. We started doing them in Discord now. So if you want to,
if you're into movies, lots of movie watching. Did Paul do a show this week? I don't think he did.
Did he?
No.
No.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on with Paul. I told almost.
He might just. Plus, it's the holidays. I mean, he might just be busy.
Okay, no more getting handfuls out for you because you're just like you can't fit them all in your mouth and then you fit them out everywhere. She's like, but I want to hold them all, Daddy. I don't want to. This is why she needs a tray. Take it off the tray. She wants to put them down, but she doesn't want me to give them to her eventually. She wants them all, but she wants them.
She wants them the way she wants it.
She's independent. That's how.
Yep, that's how it was. She has the independent streak.
It's getting hot in here again today. God damn it! I thought we were done with
It's
this.
hot here too. The sun's been out. I was in shorts yesterday. I really like the weather down here.
It was getting cooler again here last week, and now it's getting all hot again. I'm tired of being hot this year. I've had it up to here, man. Anyway, you guys are like, you guys are gonna either you're gonna eat Mexican or tonight or pizza tonight.
Both.
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't gone and found like a gumbo or something like that yet.
Well, yeah, she's gonna make a gumbo. Monday, she's cooking for her friends, and she's gonna do a shrimp and okra gumbo.
Awesome.
And then we're going to another city probably on Tuesday, and my cousin's doing a crawfish thermidor,
What's that?
some casserole,
Sounds awesome.
and then Thanksgiving there's gonna be everyone's bringing food. So
I was gonna make
feast.
paella for my. I don't
Make
think I
what
can-
paella?
Yeah. It's like this, right? It's like this dish where
Oh
okay.
yeah, I know. There was a Spanish restaurant in New Orleans that I went to, and my friends told me how good it was and to order it. It was a little tiny restaurant. There was only like 5 or 6 tables, and I ordered it, and I took one bite, and it was so disgusting I couldn't eat it. And so I tried to send it back, and they're like, "No, you still have to pay for it." And I'm like, "But I can't eat it. It's." And the chef came out. He was a old Spanish guy, and he came out to the table and he started fussing at me in front of all the guests. You don't like my food? Is there something wrong? And I'm like, no, I've never had paella before, and I don't. It's not to my taste. And he was very insulted.
Was it the saffron that you like?
I don't know what it was. There was something in it. It may be seafood. But it was not. My friends built it up to be this amazing dish, and once I ate it, it was nasty to me. And
Basically, it's Spanish gumbo. That's why I'm surprised.
it was like It was like a bunch of rice on a platter.
Yeah.
And they tried to make, and the waitress was so rude and so bitchy. My friends eventually got tired of me fighting with her, so they all paid their bill and walked out and left me there. And I took all their tip money and I paid my bill with it. And the waitress didn't get any tip. But it was a very awkward situation. So that was my experience with paella. I don't think I've ever tried it again.
I think my paella is really good. But if you don't like saffron, I guess you wouldn't like it though.
I don't have a problem with saffron. I don't even think it was the saffron. I think it was some. It sounded like it tastes like it has some kind of nasty seafood taste in it. Maybe fish oil or shrimp juice or something.
Well, I mean, you cook the rice. You use a shrimp stock usually to cook the rice. But I make the shrimp stock fresh myself. Like I actually because you need shrimp for it anyway. You need shrimp and like 2 lobster tails usually is about all you need because you just cut them into fourths. And then some little baby neck clams in it.
Ooh, maybe it was clam. Oh, I can't stand clam.
And the clams are something I can, but like it all takes on like the flavor of it's very similar to gumbo. It's not a soup. It's like gumbo without the soup part. If you like remove the liquid from a gumbo, it's very similar to that. With saffron is
The liquid is the gumbo.
Well, it's all the stuff. Gumbo is a soup with all the stuff in it. You know, it's got a bunch of rice.
But the thing that makes it the gumbo is the juice from the root.
I know, but this is like paella is like it's like that, but like all that juice kind of stuff is absorbed into all the stuff there. You know, it's just less liquid overall. You cook off all the excess liquid. because it's like, and it's like once you get to the stage where you get everything like, and once you get everything in the skillet and everything is like ready to simmer, it's basically just a soup at that point. But then you let it simmer for like 2 hours until it cooks down, and the rice absorbs. Use a certain kind of rice called bomba rice, and it absorbs more liquid than a lot of other rices do. So
Chris, she's bombed that salmon.
she likes fish a lot.
No.
Yeah. No. So you're there.
Hey, Jack, welcome back. You want to come on for a little while? Y'all can gear up for this. Could be the machine pre-stream.
The machine pre-stream. Oh, Flow State was in chat earlier, and he's gone. Somewhere in time, I guess they left.
Yeah, he said he was at a job, like he's working a job. I don't know if that means he has multiple jobs, or
I don't know what he does.
Works a job when they show up. He has a job to work.
I need to rest Brussels sprouts last night. I had to make a repeat.
No, that's okay.
Well, here, just talk to Jeff for a second. I gotta go to the restroom.
Okay.
Lindsay will talk to him for a second while I go to the restroom.
Okay.
Yay.
And Lindsay, now we have Lindsay and Juniper, our
We're
other
just
co-hosts.
Salmon.
Salmon.
Yep.
So y'all doing the paella for Thanksgiving? He said.
He said he was gonna make it, but I don't think we have the time to get all the ingredients, and I don't think that he can stand long enough to do it.
Oh, yeah, especially after the other day.
Yeah. He's not in the greatest of shape.
I know. You think he's going to go to the ER?
I'm going to see in the morning. There's no bruising. So.
He's just having pain.
He fell really hard.
Dang. That to me, that should all be documented, and the doctor should look at that. But
I'll see if I can't influence them to go to the doctor.
Because he has that appointment with the ENT, and they'll probably just say, well, you have that appointment coming up.
Probably. But it's in January.
I know. That's...
And like,
there's a way to expedite it if it's urgent.
Yeah, we tried.
I've heard a few times that now, and even my psychologist at the behavioral health place that I went to yesterday, even they suggested the same thing. Like, well, have you tried? They were like, I was like, maybe if you gave me like some sort of like, could you give me like some sort of note for the emergency department that says like that this person needs to be seen by an ENT? Because she was saying, like, no, I can't do that. I'm sorry. I was like, okay, but you're saying I should just go over there and just like tell them like, yeah, just tell them everything. So I was like, I've done that. They just sent me home after like 12 hours, and like she's like, well, I'm sorry. I was like, I don't know what to say after that. I was just like she works in the same hospital, like in the same place. I thought maybe she could like say like, yeah, this guy really needs to be seen by the ENT kind of thing, but I guess not. I don't know how doctor world works.
Well, they're supposed to be able to refer you, but a hospital, they should have the specialist at the hospital.
They should have somebody that works in the hospital part, right?
If you were inpatient, they would have a specialist come in and see you
exactly
at your bedside.
Yeah. But
did you ever hear back about the peer counseling thing?
No, I did the next application thing. I got like about the thing, and so I've submitted that now, and now I'm waiting again. It's just like I take a step and then wait for
it's state bureaucracy, so it's gonna be a process.
Yeah. That's okay. I mean, I've been through that kind of thing before.
I mean, it took me 2.5 years to even get into a class because they kept fucking up my application. I had to keep resending it in, and I had to pull some strings to even get into class.
So far, everyone's been pretty. Everyone talking to us pretty nice, but they're all kind of entry level gatekeeper people. So I don't know what how much like help they're really going to be, but Oh, she dropped something. What'd you drop, sweetie? I'm trying
Most
to
of
get
the people I deal with are bureaucrats. They don't understand peer work, much less mental health.
There it is.
I don't watch it with this. Other day, she flipped this thing over like on the bed, and we are just like, really?
What's that?
Like, by doing that, that's what she does.
Sit down. Sit.
Not trying to get out. I will buckle you in. I have to buckle her in. I'm gonna have to buckle you in then. Yeah, I know you don't like that.
The fact that any of us survive to adulthood is beyond me.
I know. Oh, you're not kidding. I don't know how I made it where I did.
I look around at all the people and I think, all these people were helpless little infants just like this one, and they
Yep.
lived.
We have a fairly high, low mortality rate and everything in this country, and so it's like one of those things where I think, oh, I don't think I could be a good parent. I hear a lot of intelligent people say like, I don't think I could be a good parent. I couldn't be a good mother or father. Like, I'm like, have you seen some morons that raise kids? Like, if they can do it, if they can keep a baby alive for 18 years, so can you. Come on. I mean, it's just like, and at least you have the intelligence to actually teach them something at the same time.
I've always been good with kids. I just don't want them. I don't like teaching. If I ever thought about having kids, teaching cured me of that for sure. I did not want to
I know. Everybody says
come home to that.
And everyone hears the same thing. We'll hear the same thing from me, but it really is different if it's your own kids. Though, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gay, so it's not like you'd have to adopt or something.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm fine not having a kid.
Yeah, and
I love being an uncle though.
Yeah.
I love having other people's kids to raise.
And there's nothing wrong with that either. I don't think there's anything wrong with not having kids either. But I'm just saying. But anytime people are like, oh yeah, being other people's kids is just ruining kids. I'm like, that's just not the right argument. If you don't want kids for other reasons, that's fine. But the argument of oh, it's just I don't like being around other people's kids. If you have your own child, it's a completely different thing. And no matter what, I've never met a single person who had a child who said any differently. Even people who weren't good parents or didn't even like their kids will still say the same thing. It's completely different when it's your kid. I mean, it's just not the same thing. And it's just literally, you're genetically, you're programmed. Your brain is
Not everyone.
Yeah, maybe not everyone, but most people are chemically programmed to love their child, to some degree. So.
Is that the problem? You just swallow.
She gets overzealous about eating, and she stuffs too much in her mouth, and then she just can't, to the point where she can't even chew anymore, and she's just sitting there going. She gets too excited about eating. Because this is new. Because until this last couple weeks, all she's had is all we able to feed her is a few baby snacks type stuff, and then and baby food and formula. So she just got into since she's got the 4 teeth now, she can kind of eat. She can actually chew stuff. So
Yeah.
So it's a whole new experience for her, and she's just she gets really excited about it. She's just so excited about eating all these foods.
Double fisted.
Yeah. And she especially likes her tray because we can put all of her food on there, and she gets to choose what she wants to eat next. She doesn't have to wait for Mom and Daddy to feed it to her. She just gets very, very happy about it. Let me see. Well, I was looking around to see if I saw anything in the I haven't even looked at the news. I really haven't.
No, I haven't either. I couldn't tell you anything going on.
Oh, that's right. I guess Apple and a ton of people, a ton of advertisers abandoned X because of Twitter X, whatever.
Oh, because of his tweet that everybody's saying anti-Semitic.
Yeah, I didn't know what the.
I know the guy that he was responding to. I follow him, and we've had discussions before. And there people are twisting that incident. In fact, they've even come out and clarified it over and over. I don't know that guy to be anti-Semitic.
and then supposedly,
But that's the
TikTok
new racism.
TikTok has turned a bunch of teenagers or Gen Zers into Osama bin Laden fans.
Yeah,
So
because that letter. Well,
Yeah.
not TikTok, but TikTokers.
right,
And
that's all anyone's talking about.
yeah, it's just more polarization. It's white supremacy versus anti-Semitism, and they're both the new racism,
Phrases the younger generation wants to
depending on what side you're on.
I guess the NCAA is welcoming in trans athletes into the NCAA. So basketball.
Is that the main basketball organization? That's the NBA. What's the NCAA?
It's the main college basketball.
Oh, okay.
So and apparently they're getting like a bunch of Republicans are trying to stop them or something like that. But I don't know how they could do that. But basically they're basically.
Well, the fans will just have it's be the fans that stop watching, especially if it starts to look unfair, like they're having an advantage.
Well, the thing is that they're just because it's on the basis of competition alone. There aren't going to be any actual women playing women's basketball anymore for very long. It's just gonna be a bunch of men in drag lead basketball.
Go trannies. Go trannies. Did you work there?
It's just gonna. I mean, like seriously, because like just because of like the competition hierarchy. I mean, like there's gonna be a couple of women that might be tall enough and fast enough to like keep up, but for the most part, just some basics of basic genetics, biology. Like it's just gonna be trans women. It's gonna just be a trans women's league. Like so then they're gonna have to create a new women's league that's like and then the trans women are gonna want to go into that one, and like it's just gonna keep infecting the cells until the cancer takes over the whole body, right? So.
I don't know.
You never met women when drinking as a rule, he said, Jack. Oh, there you are. What's up, man?
Oh, Mike.
Hey, man.
I fully support WNBA letting trans in.
Yeah, me too. I think it's It's gonna be. I just think it's gonna be funny whenever there aren't any actual women playing anymore. It's just gonna be a choice.
Who is this Adam Green guy?
I know just enough to kind of comment on it, but I would say basically the easiest way to understand who he is to think of it like he is someone who thinks that Christianity is a psyop by Jews to get Christians to do the bidding of Jews.
Like the whole religion?
Yes.
Wow.
Well,
what a claim.
That's a fun one.
Yeah, that's a fun one. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, I know that's. It's a very weird.
Well, it should make for an interesting stream.
Well, here's why I support Machine Lies doing it, because I think like what you guys were just talking about is I think that's the whole thing is like I saw the alt-right making right-wing people who disagree with immigration look like, Nazis. And I think that that's a problem. And I kind of see that's kind of what's going on right now with all this stuff. They're trying to make anyone who's like rational look crazy on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They did that for a while.
Yeah,
they just find new opportunities to do it.
Oh, but now you're sounding conspiratorial. Who is they?
Well, whoever's doing it, like the ones that it's different groups, different even individual tweeters, bloggers, YouTubers. Brianna Joy Gray, like it's not. I'm not saying they isn't. It's a coordinated group. I'm just saying the collective individuals that are all doing it.
No, definitely, and that's why like I say like with the whole WNBA thing, I say it's a good job. I think it's a good idea because you know I think it will force people to say, hey, wait, why don't we start our own women's league locally, or why don't we, like it'll force people out of that whole thing, and then when people keep going more and more, it'll just force people to do like their own little like independent like stuff where there's not so much money involved and wokeness involved, and like I think that's how you starve the beast of all these like woke people and all these like actual Nazi people and whatever extremist people there are. You kind of just like
Isolate them.
yes, correct, and then it's really hard. Like make it not cool to go be around those people. I think is the only way you're.
I already think it's not like the only ones that seem to think it's cool are this little fringe, this lunatic fringe. Most people don't seem to even think it's cool.
I bet. Like you probably see like. I mean, have you seen any wokeness down there in Louisiana so far?
No, in fact, I was talking about like substitute teaching because you don't need a. In Washington State, you have to have a teaching license to substitute, and here you don't. And I said, "Oh, that's a possibility." And I said, "But I'm telling you right now, I'm not going through any DEI training, any of that woke bullshit." And because my sister works at a school here,
Did she look at you like what's
they're
that?
like, what is DEI? what is and I said diversity, equity, inclusion. She goes, no, I don't. I've never heard that. We don't have that here. And I'm like, oh my god.
I'm sure.
She goes, have you seen our principal? Like, she's not going to do any of that.
What about her? What about the principal?
It's a religious private school.
Oh, okay. I'm sure your town's probably pretty diverse already. There's probably a lot of black.
Louisiana is one of the most diverse states in the whole country. Like we have every.
Like you don't need diversity, equity, and
I know.
No, but see, that's the thing. No, that's the thing about the South is like I do think the South is good. Was at least getting very woke. Is on the upswing of woke, but I do think that it's harder to do in the South because people more or less get along in the South, no matter how diverse it is.
We've had so many different groups having to live together for so many years that we all coexist. It's the white people that grow up middle class, sheltered. They never meet a black person until they go to college. Those are the ones that need education on how to interact with people that are different from them.
So this is my theory on all this too. Is like I think that people like you and I who come from the South and we've left and gone to like these left-wing areas, like I would love to stay here and try and change people here, but I don't think that they're open because they're so closed off. But I think if we go back to places like in the South and we tell people, hey, like you guys should take this woke shit serious. You guys should like not only like try to preserve what you have, but like actively work towards keeping this out of your hometown, out of your little cities. Keep big business out of your cities. Like keep this stuff out. Like actively work towards keeping it away. I think is very. If there was a way to do that, I would make that my career right now. Like that's what I would do.
Well, I'm going to experiment a little bit with it while I'm here and see, because a lot of them don't even seem to know what woke is, and so I'm gonna see, and maybe there is potential for that.
No. Yeah, no, and if there is, please let me know. And I think that's the kind of stuff I would be interested to brainstorm on, as well as the creative stuff, or find some way to blend the two. Because when I went back to my hometown, I can see all the wokeness coming in and all this, and also like a lot of immigration, but it's different than when I was younger, and it's not really a bad thing. But I'm saying like, I think if there's a way to like help these people who are coming in not be turned into leftists, and also like help educate people who are just good old boys down in the South and good old girls down in the South, and say, hey, like I know that you think that nothing's going to come to your hometown, but like let's be real here. Because I think that the people are noticing the drugs, they are noticing the crime, they are noticing like the woke prosecutors in their like little jurisdictions, and people don't really take it serious because it's happening slow enough. But I think that that's where people like us would have a real role to help people, like strategize. Like, how do we really, go at the funding of this, go at the, recognize what groups are like pushing
Because it
this.
hasn't taken root here yet, so we could keep it from even beginning to take root. And the racism stuff doesn't really resonate because most people don't think they're racist anyway, and we've already resolved the racism issue. But when I start talking about it, the trans topic comes up. That's when the light bulb goes off. They're like, "Oh yeah, the pronouns,
Well, I
um,
can tell you, like, where I'm from,
the
like
kids, the drag
there,
kids show, all that stuff. That they know and they react to."
well, but that's the thing is, like, when I go back home, there's even one person in my not like semi immediate family that has transitioned into that. And then when I go back home, I talk to people and they're like, oh yeah, it's getting more common, it's getting more accepted, but people are still like, why is this a thing? Like, they're just people are just so nice that they're confused. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, they don't really get that this is like
And it's not
a
trans
thing.
itself, it's the ideology that the activists are
Yeah,
pushing.
I don't hate trans individuals. I'm just saying, like, making it normal that kids are making life altering decisions that they have to live with the rest of their life when
It's
they're so
the
vulnerable,
kid stuff. I don't think anyone cares about the adult side of it at all, but it's definitely the kid stuff. They keep pushing closer and closer to that line and trying to cross it. And it's the bully tactics. It's the intimidation, telling people how to talk, demanding they use pronouns, demanding they see you and treat you a certain way. Like that's not. No other group gets that, and that's not an American way of doing things.
This
I
ain't
mean,
America no more.
that's what I've said that to Rowan. I've said that to Liberty Holmes. I said that to a few other people too. Like, and like, it's like no one that I know in this space or anything. There's probably, I'm sure there's some bigots, but no one that I talk to anyway has any problem with trans people in general. The only thing, it's the kids thing. The kids issue is that's the problem. It's the problem for the whole thing, and it's really if
And
there's
like
anything,
the sissy baby diaper thing, like the kink and fetish in public thing, even with adults.
yeah, that too.
It's pushing it's not being a responsible participating member of society. It's kind of antagonizing and trying to
Yeah.
subvert society.
No, exactly. Like, if you go see like some of the rallies in Tennessee and stuff like that, like here's the thing, like here where I live, like you go to like downtown San Francisco or something, and then you go to like they have like Folsom Street Fair, like that
Yeah,
is
and
like,
Dory Alley.
yep. Like, I've never been, but I used to drive by almost every single one because I worked very close to that fair for a few years, and you can't see what's going on from the outside, but just watching the people walking in, I'm like,
I've been in it.
whatever. Oh, you have? What did you
When I
think of
lived in
it?
San Francisco, yeah, my friends own one of the leather stores,
Oh,
and
I
they
didn't know
helped
you
put
lived
on
here.
some of the parties and stuff. And so
I
all the
didn't know you
Dory
lived
Alley
here.
people were hanging out at the place, and I
What?
saw
So what?
all kind of gross, nasty shit.
So what did you think of that as a gay man? Like, I really have to ask.
So
Like,
there's one. I was at one party, and there was like a master there with his boy or something. There were probably 50, 60, 70 people hanging out. I don't even know if I could say it on my stream, but I'll get it shut down. But he had to
just
go to the
speak
bathroom. He
carefully.
had to pee, so he used the boy right there in front of everybody to relieve himself. And even the host, even the gay host of the party, were so disgusted that they asked him to leave. So even then, they were policing the extremes and setting some boundaries for what's acceptable in public or not. And
It
these
must
were
have been
the
a long
actual
time
Dory
ago.
Alley people. These were all the Leathermen that were making up.
Yeah,
It was in
it must have been.
Soma.
It must have been a long time ago
It
because,
was 98.
yeah, because from what I've seen, like, I'm not gonna that on some of these porn sites, they used to post some of those videos, and they were very brief videos, but like, just the stuff that they posted, I was like, if this is what they're doing in the street, I can't
Yeah.
imagine what they're doing
I
behind
don't
closed
mind
doors,
what they're
right?
doing in their bedroom. More power to them. It's the street stuff. But they have modern like recent videos of Dory Alley and Folsom, and it's
Well,
Like
it,
it's people whipping each other in the street and having
well,
blatant sex, and you see all that in New Orleans too. So I'm kind of used to it.
well. Here's the thing, though. Here's what freaked me out about it. Like you said, like I may disagree with people doing that just because, like, it's not very healthy and sanitary mentally or
It's not
emotionally or
sanitary.
whatever, and also, physically. But that aside, like I was just shocked at how many like seemingly normal women who weren't into that were like present and like trying to act enthusiastic about it. And I think that's what kind of shocked me about it is like
Oh,
it
I
seemed
think
that
you cut
it
out.
was like
Damn,
they were so wanting to be
it
accepting
always
that they're like,
cuts out.
oh,
Oh, I'm sorry. It was me that cut out. I'm getting the low bar signal. I didn't hear your last sentence.
oh, sorry, yeah, sorry, I'm not looking at my phone. Apologies.
Oh, it's
The
me.
No, what I was saying was I was shocked at how many normal seeming, not normal, but like seemingly like single straight women went there to like show support for this stuff, but they weren't really like a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like it became like a tourist thing, but I'm like, I don't know. I think it's like this, like a lot of people in tech, like they feel like they have to like go and support these things. And then even when something extreme happens, they're like, oh, it's okay. And I just find it's like, I don't know. I think that's what bothered me more than just like the individual people participating in it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it built this culture within San Francisco and tech and business where it's like, you have to accept that people do this stuff in the street as part of your culture
Right,
or
and
something,
some of that is part of that philosophy or ideology that people should be free to express their true nature, which sometimes means their sexual nature because they're liberating themselves from. Hang on, what's that? And because they're liberating themselves, and I think that there's a lot about sex and sexuality that doesn't belong in public. There's a consensual element to it. So you don't just go liberate all the darkest corner of your psyche in front of everybody in public. There's
yeah.
ways to do that are
No,
more
absolutely.
responsible.
No, absolutely. And I think like even for me, like I have very complicated views on sex and stuff like that too. And I think for me, it's like I don't really have a problem with people exploring sexuality as a general rule, just because I think like at least as
They're
things
going to
are right
anyway.
now. Say it again.
I said because they're going to anyway.
Right. Well, yeah, exactly. As things are now, like I just think that it's like trying to tell people don't whatever is just like not going to work. But I think that it's like one of these things where, like you said, it's like I think even if you're going to go and do all that stuff and even like do stuff in front of other people, I think you should have a healthy respect that you don't just do it like in a place where people have cameras watching what you're doing. Like at
Yeah,
least do it privately with people that you know
or like
or something,
maybe certain marked out look like people know if they go to Bourbon Street, they're going to see that. But that's one street in the whole U.S. that people kind of know what to expect ahead of time going into. And maybe like if you go to Dory Alley, you know what you're getting into. But just general, like people going to the mall in their diapers and sucking on bottles like grown men.
Yeah, exactly. Like just the general like normalization of it. And like that's the thing is like actually, like the Bay Area is actually relatively conservative overall, I would say. Like it's not really people are not really friendly to that, even though I think we probably have I think we have a lower than average, group of people with kids here, right? Still like
Right.
there's enough people with kids who are just like generally like not okay with it, but they're also like weakly not okay with it. Meaning like if they see something, they'll just go somewhere else. They won't like actively be
Well,
like, this
yeah,
is
I
not
would do
something
that
that's
too.
acceptable.
I would just go somewhere else too, but then I might complain to. It depends on where it is. If it's at a mall, I would like go complain to the mall
Well,
owners. If it's on the public street, I might like just try to bring attention to that it's happening, or complain to the city or whatever.
yeah, well, and that's the
I'm
thing is
becoming
like
a
I think
Karen.
like no, here's the thing is like where I'm from, I never really believed in calling the police because the police are like overzealous, right?
Yeah, I don't either.
Being here, I think like I'm just like kind of shocked at like how people just let shit go. Like I saw someone driving like 50 miles an hour through a parking lot today, and like I wanted to get out of the
Damn.
car and like teach this dude a lesson, right? Like that's how I am, right? But the average person is just like,
Call, like they have cameras. Call the police and tell them and to look at the cameras and go find who it was.
well, but that's the thing is like, it's like, you know what I mean? It's just like people are so numb to it. It's like it rubs off on you. Is kind of what I'm getting at. Like, you know, no matter how like I could
Yeah,
literally
that's the
sit around and call
normalization, the
I could
desensitization.
I could literally call the cops 10 times a day just based on like what I see happening around where I
Yeah,
live.
I
And I
guess
live
you
in
have to
like a
pick your
relatively
battles.
nice. Yeah, exactly. Like, but that's the thing is like, I just don't because, you know, yeah, like it's just like, I can't be the only one doing it. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't, it's like, that's what freaks me out about it. It's like nobody else seems to really like care enough to
There
like
might be more than you
get rid of
think.
it.
And sometimes it takes like that one person speaking up to galvanize everybody else.
Yeah, no, for sure. And like I've called my city manager and people like, you know, I actually reach out to people who run cities I live in, and like, you know, they say like we try to, but they're like people don't engage, and they're like people are they're he's saying like basically people feel afraid of the police in general, and I'm like, why? Like the
I'm more
police here are
afraid of
not
what
to
I
be
see
feared.
at Dory Alley than I am of the police.
Yeah, the police here, I think the police in California are probably among like the most well-behaved people I've ever seen in my life. Like they're extremely restrained from what I've seen. And I would not say that of most of the places I've been in America, but here they're like extremely mild mannered, like almost like to the point where like I'm almost scared of how mild mannered they are. You know what I mean? Like they're very cool under pressure, you know?
Well, we're getting to a good part, but my mom is giving me the signal that I have to wrap up. We're about to head out. But I'm going to enjoy Machine stream, and I'm going to catch up on it when I get back and see where
Well,
they're at.
enjoy some sights and scenes and have fun, and good to talk to you guys. I gotta go do some stuff too, because I have a feeling it'll be very interesting tonight, and I'm gonna be busy, but I'll be trying to watch and stuff. So,
Okay.
but yeah,
And
good
we'll
to
be
talk
here
to you.
tomorrow at the same time, 2 p.m. Central. So
Sounds
catch us
good.
there.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying stuff, and you sound very happy. So enjoy it.
Oh,
And
well,
Chris,
thank you.
You really
we'll
do,
talk
man.
soon, I'm sure.
This is the healthiest and happiest I've seen you look and
See,
sound
that's-
since I've met you.
That's telling me what I need to know. That's one of the things I came to find out. Okay.
Yeah, it makes me wanna explore something like that. You guys have fun. Good to see you. Talk to you later.
Okay.
All right.
Take care. Bye, Juniper.
You say bye.
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 Bye, Juniper.
Bye
Bye, Juniper. We'll see you tomorrow.
bye. Wave. Say bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Okay.
All right. Good night, guys.
All right.
I mean,
Good night.
I'll see you later. What's that? Good mouth movement.